And round one of the Walker Classic will commence here with Agustin Ramirez on your right or on your bottom with Darth Vader, Carnor Jax, and an Omega Specialist. That's actually a TIE SF. I actually wasn't expecting that. I thought it was an FO.
I've never seen a generic Special Forces TIE flown.
Yeah, that's the pilot skill 5-1 with the EPT. We have Opportunist, Accuracy Corrector, Primed Thrusters, and Special Ops Training.
I really like that Opportunist paired with Carnor.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Well, I mean, there's an interesting dichotomy there because Carnor disables the focus action, but if he's not disables spending focus tokens, but if he's not there to start with,
that is true.
the enemy can still take a focus token, can still take a focus action, they just can't use it. So Opportunist might not trigger in that case. But we also do have Carnor Jax himself. Let's talk about that. We got Push the Limit, Auto Thrusters, Targeting Computer, and Royal Guard TIE. Augustine probably really excited to take out that Carnor again after the advanced slam nerf, so Miranda can't just erase him in one cluster bomb.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I've actually had very incredible luck before the advanced slam nerf with an interceptor where our good old tech monkey, I'm sorry, Adam, where Adam advanced slammed in front of my Carnor, dropped a proximity mine on him, and pulled up all blanks.
Oh!
That was beautiful.
That you were absolutely lucky. And then on the other side, we got Miranda and Dash. We have Miranda with Twin Laser Turret, Extra Munitions, Harpoons, Sabine, Seismic Charges, Long Range Scanners. Dash has Lone Wolf, Heavy Laser Cannon, Ray, Countermeasures, and Outrider. No smuggling compartment, no illicit on that. But we do have those Outrider. We do have the Outrider. We do have Countermeasures and Ray, and I think that's the classic combination paired with Lone Wolf that really makes this particular Dash Super Dash 2.
Pretty much. I personally also really like finding the extra points to throw a Glitter Stim on there.
Oh, me too.
For a turn of I refuse to die. But this Dash is... You don't need the Glitter Stim. It's kind of overkill, right. But yeah, this is a very, very solid dash.
Glitter Stim is harder to use because you don't have Kanan on this dash to clear that stress.
Yeah, you definitely have to be in a good position.
I'm a big fan of the burnout slam on this dash Rendar. But we also have Darth Vader over there on Augustine's side. We also have Darth Vader over there on Augustine's side with Adaptability, Advanced Targeting Computer, Engine Upgrade, and TIE X1. Absolutely sort of a classic pilot skill 10 Darth Vader is, I think, where Agustin is going to go up here.
Yep, pretty much, which the use of the adaptability on this Vader makes me suspect that his other list has the veteran instincts on it.
You're probably, well, you know, you're probably right, although he might just be at a points problem here.
That could definitely be.
So with Agustin deployed down there in the corner, what do you think his plan of attack is against these two hyper-mobile turreted ships?
Basically, it looks like his plan is to try and come in behind to keep those auto thrusters on Carnor active, keep them alive as possible, keep them disrupting the enemy as long as he possibly can. Probably trying to avoid dragging himself through the asteroids because that is just Dash's playground.
Now, on the other hand, Vader at pilot skill 10 can also really make mayhem in those asteroids and stick in dashes, especially since this isn't the super dash with boost and barrel roll every single turn. It's a little bit less mobile, so Terry has to use the asteroids as blocking to a little bit more to his advantage.
Yeah, no, it is a lot less mobile, but if you can barrel roll yourself behind an asteroid like perfectly, that is what Dash truly loves.
Absolutely.
We got Dash and Miranda moving across the back or top edge there, charging up that Ray battery.
Oh, yes,
as is standard, and then I suspect in a couple turns we'll see that hard turn in where Dash will really start enjoying himself.
Miranda just going one forward, bumping into the back of Dash. Not really caring about that because we're not going to have shots this turn. Augustin's not going forward nearly quick enough.
The bump is actually an interesting choice because this would have been a good chance for Miranda to use her long-range scanners.
You know, maybe Terry is holding that a little bit closer to the vest. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, probably trying not to telegraph that.
Exactly, because against these sort of aces that can bait and switch on you very, very quickly, I think you definitely want to save that advanced sensors until Agustin has committed to a line.
Long-range scanners?
Yes. Whatever the upgrade is called.
That is definitely a good point.
So that Omega Specialist on Augustin's side, what do you think its role is going to be in this matchup?
You know, I'm really not sure what he's looking to do with this.
I think that's kind of the wild card for sure.
Yeah, the accuracy corrector on there makes me suspect that this ship is trying real hard to get in between Dash and Miranda, because then he's taking 2 dice shots with accuracy corrector in each of them.
I mean, with primed thrusters, he certainly can be a blocker, right? Because he has those 1 hard turns. He has the 3 hards. Sure, those are red, and the Segner's loops are red as well. But he has primed thrusters, so he can barrel roll after them.
Right, and he can be a blocker, and also the one hard turn with the primed thrusters barrel roll is, as I've found with my my flying of a Special Forces tie, that is the ultimate way to set up your double tap.
Right, and a lot of people don't really predict that because you forget you have prime thrusters too.
Yeah, the prime thrusters people forget, and I've found that people just tend to forget how special ops training works.
I know. So just so we're all aware, it did recently get FAQ'd as well. You have to shoot from the front first if you're using special ops training and forego that extra die. You cannot shoot from the rear.
Did that get FAQ? Because my cards say that. Is it just because I bought mine very recently?
You know, it's just because there was no errata. There was an FAQ.
It was just a clarification.
Exactly.
See, that's because the cards do say that very explicitly.
So Augustin's moving his Carnor Jacks before Dash here, and I think that's a little bit out of order. Augustin getting perhaps a little bit.
Is that...
Because Carnor Jacks is 8, and they actually just figured this out. No, but Carnor Jacks, Terry's Dash Radar is at pilot skill 7, so he should be moving before Carnor in any case.
Correct. We see Carnor's pilot skill getting played with over there.
Getting called into question. So that Omega Specialist moving in towards the center of the map, curving in towards the center of the map, I think, just to get into prime.
To set up that double tap.
Well, you know, I mean, not even the double tap. I don't really think he needs that. Like, if you try too hard to set up the double tap, I'm not sure it's going to work. But he just has to get into a position where that gun is going to be brought to bear. And I think that is the center of the map.
I think he's also really hoping to hope for basically a mistake from Dash to where he can block him onto an asteroid.
Right. And in fact, we see Terry moving towards that corner there with not a lot of room to get out and come back in towards the center, except for one very specific line. So Augustin is going to be able to predict that that maneuver a lot easier, to predict where Dash is going to go, which takes away some of his maneuverability.
Oh my!
All right, so we have just been given a couple of really excellent giveaways for the stream here by our Judge John Conley. 1 per round. We have some Porg cards. Here. So I think that we're going to give round 1 a Porg card away to whoever predicts correctly in the Twitch chat, who is going to draw first blood. So put your suggestions into the Twitch chat and tell us who you think is going to draw the first blood here.
Now, to be clear, is first blood first hit or first kill?
First hit, and there's a picture of one of the Porg cards. I know you want one of these.
I want one of those. I want one of those porgs. Those are, can I predict? Can I play this game?
So Augustin's setting up kind of a classic three-pronged Imperial attack here.
To be clear, Asa, correct me if I'm wrong, by first blood, by who draws first blood, we mean which ship, not just which player.
Yes, which ship draws first blood here. I think it's going to be Vader.
Definitely, just because of that. First. Yeah, because of the pilot skill and because of the ATC, I think he's got it. But who knows? He could roll. The dice will betray you in your absolute moment of need, as shown in Mandalorian Mayhem when I lost all of my shields at once.
To a random
event. To a random event. I was full health, and he said, "Roll a d6, lose that many shields." I rolled a 6.
That's what happens when somebody donates $100.
Yeah, you messed us all up. You left Darth Vader the only one with shields because of his R2-D2.
All right, so what is Terry's first harpoon missile target? Is it the first one that presents itself?
I think it's probably the first one who presents itself, just because these are two, with Carnor and Vader, he has two ships that are very hard to pin down. So it's kind of which target comes first, which is, it tends to be the lower pilot skill, which means that Omega Specialist, but also it feels bad using your Alpha on such a low pilot skill. You want you want to get it off on one of those aces, but it's difficult, as is the nature of an ace, which is to be hard to pin down.
So we're seeing something here on Terry's side is he's really working into that corner, whereas Agustin is pushing really hard towards the center, and where indeed we see a 3 hard turn from Carnor Jax here. I wonder if he's going to be in range to get a shot on Miranda if he takes a boost, push, focus, something like that. And then Vader absolutely is going to be able to come into range. So I'm not...
here's the barrel roll from Carnor, which makes me think that Vader is going to end up in a similar position to where Carnor was there. I think he's going to be able to set up some pretty nice shots here. I think Terry is basically trying to keep Dash from getting surrounded, because in a Dash wingman list, Dash is usually the first to go.
But Dash is also
Dash's wingman tends to be a regener.
But Dash is also being pinned against the side of that board, and we see Terry flying his two ships kind of close together, turning off that lone wolf.
Yeah, I think I can't quite tell the range here, but I think he's just separated them enough with that maneuver.
Now it's interesting because it looks to me like Miranda is setting up for a kite for a big old whoosh around the bottom side of that the bottom left debris field.
Yeah, there. I think she's looking to circle the board. I think she's trying to save those harpoons. It might not be an alpha strike per se. I think it's more of a finisher,
or a spike damage.
And I need a clarification here, because I don't know where this landed. Oh, excuse me. If you kill a ship with a harpoon missile, does the condition card trigger? That seems to be judge discretion until an FAQ comes out.
We'll get a ruling if that happens from John Conley. I'm not 100% sure where that was landed on, but it looks like Terry has taken his long range scanner's target lock on Carnor Jax. Indeed, I think one of the things that this positioning represents is, I think, a turn in from Dash towards the center.
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't actually have a follow-up. I'm sorry. I was distracted by the fact that this alternate art chaser looks a lot like you, Mr. Asa.
That'll be one of our prize giveaways later on. Chaser is an alternate art. We also have an alternate art. We have an alternate art Thweek. We have an alternate art.
All of these, by the way, are absolutely gorgeous.
Right, done by our very own Braden Jeffs. Everybody here, the same person who ran Mandalorian Mayhem last night. So it doesn't look like any shots again this round. Dash storing the focus from Ray, and we go back to Dials. From the positioning here, Adam, Ben, that's not the first nor the last time that will happen, and you know it. From the positioning here, who do you think that one of these players has an advantage?
I mean, just by nature of the play out of these lists and what they like to do,
There's
I think
our Matt Radar Technician token.
I think every one of these alternate arts that are being given out as prizes, I will be looking to purchase once this is done from whoever made them.
I got a Matt Radar Technician token yesterday, and I will be selling it for $250.
For the top rank rounds, those are in the prize pool.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
To whoever on stream today, because only 2 people are running.
Are magnificent.
They're thrilled about it, though.
All right, so we actually just got 2 Matt Radar Technicians to give away during the top cut, so stick around for your chance to win one of those, because these are absolutely spectacular. Some of the best acrylics that I've seen in my entire life, right here at the Walker Classic in Denver, Colorado, coming to you live from the Hampton Inn. They've been absolutely spectacular to us, by the way.
Yeah, so I wasn't really around yesterday, since I am not a Destiny player and would have no idea what to say in a commentary. So I will take Asa's word for this. Although I must say that getting that extra hour in Mandalorian Mayhem was
absolutely
very,
killer.
very nice of them.
Absolutely killer. Okay, where do you think that this Omega Specialist is going to go? Because he's trying to kind of strapped between a Miranda and a hard place.
Yeah, it's an interesting spot because he's not really set up for a good block. right now because these two ships, the Dash and the Miranda, seem to be avoiding the asteroid field, basically trying to avoid that block, I think.
Right.
And here's the two straight coming out. So basically, he's just looking to get a shot on Miranda.
A shot on Miranda, or I think force her to slam away.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. He's also trying to... I think he's trying to set up for him to have a nice escape from those seismic charges.
Right.
Because if she comes in and then slams, she can drop one in a pretty nice place next turn. Although he might...
Would you drop a seismic charge for an Omega Specialist? Or are you going to save it for Vader? Here comes Carnor streaking in on the top with a 5 straight. I think definitely trying to run into Dash here to get rid of that massive 4-dice turret.
Absolutely. So the back to your previous point about saving your seismic charges is the problem with that is that it's a reveal bomb and not an action bomb, which aces have a much better time avoiding reveal bombs, I feel.
Carnor taking a target lock on Dash. I think we're going to see a push to focus. Get the first shots here of the game. I think Vader is actually going to come streaking in after him, if I had to guess.
Yes, he's kind of in a rough spot with that asteroid right in front of him, so I'm expecting a left bank from Vader here.
I don't know. I think, from where I'm seeing, I think a 5 straight might be able to get him right past that rock and just kiss it. Mwah. Just kiss that rock.
I guess we'll see.
Oh, my goodness. And
again,
we've got
John.
even more giveaways for you.
Oh, my.
John Schwagmaster Conley has given us an array of 3 straight templates from the Walker Classic to give away.
One each round, pick colors, whatever. Do whatever you guys need. Just give me the rest back.
Excellent.
All right, yeah.
Hey,
so
here we have the 3 bank coming in from Miranda.
3 straight 3 bank slam indeed. That Omega Specialist forcing reposition from Miranda instead of letting her stay there and get the TLTs off.
Yep. That gives the weapons disabled. When did she acquire? Was that last round that target lock?
That was last round when she acquired that target lock on Carnor.
Definitely looking to wipe that Carnor out first because Carnor is the biggest threat to this list.
Absolutely. Now, you're right, Ben. We did see a 1 bank left here. I think Augustine's going to try to boost around that rock, and there it goes.
Yep,
just straight in here.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you can also get a focus and still focus or a target lock and still get a shot range 3 through the rock on Dash there.
Definitely looking... I'm going to step away while I close this door, sorry.
All right. Yeah, definitely looking to get rid of that turret and position himself to intercept Dash there, I think, is the key.
Looking to intercept and doing the thing that is very important with an Aces Imperial list, and the reason I'm so bad at flying Aces Imperial lists is don't force your initial engagement. Wait for your opportunity.
Absolutely. All right, so here we get the first shots. Looks like they might have called Vader out of range.
Yep, absolutely. Out of arc on Dash and out of range on Miranda.
Yep. And so Carnor is going to take the first shot. Range 3. Let's get our dice cam up. And let's start rolling some dice, everybody. This is exciting.
We get the first rolls of the game. Rumble.
Augustine rolling in 3 paint there. Is he going to spend that focus right off the bat? No, I think he's just going to stick those in the dice cam and keep it right there. And Dash gets 2 focuses and a blank. He's got 2 from Ray, so he'll take 1 of those away to take no damage.
And I would like to, at this point, draw attention. Do we have any entries for our First Blood predictions?
We have Evil Badgers voting for Darth Vader, Roger Rabbit voting for Vader, and Grog voting for Miranda.
Oh, Miranda.
Yep.
Interesting.
But it looks like it could be Dash here, depending on what Terry rolls.
Definitely. I think this is the chance. I forgot that Carnor had a targeting computer and not stealth device. Yeah. I very rarely see an interceptor with no stealth device.
I think that's the more aggressive choice for sure.
Right. I personally really like Carnor with stealth device and auto thrusters because I'm gonna hang out outside your arc and I'm gonna turn off all your stuff and I'm not gonna die because I have 1,000 green dice.
Here comes the heavy laser cannon, I believe, on Carnor.
Here's the lone wolf roll. I see a lot of paint.
That's a lot of paint. Yep, that's on Carnor. So Carnor is going to take a hit.
Absolutely, which means... and did anybody guess Dash?
Nobody guessed Dash.
Can I retroactively guess Dash
no,
and have
you
a porg?
may not. And Dash actually... Carnor basically blanks out only 1 evade. We get 1 from auto thrusters, so 2
hits.
Damage. That devastating.
Is not great for Augustine. Those interceptors are very squishy ships. And,
absolutely. So Carnor really has to play the donut hole here. He can't really afford to get caught by Dash's heavy laser cannon again, since it seems to be rolling that well.
Yeah, no, so you were commenting earlier on limiting Dash's maneuverability by hanging out on that edge, but I think that was the smart choice because he kept everything far away, and in particular kept Carnor out of that donut.
Absolutely.
If Dash had turned into the asteroids too early, Carnor would be in that donut right now.
And I think it might also be testament to Agustin playing into that a little bit and chasing instead of intercepting. Like Vader right now is on a great course to intercept, but Carnor is chasing, and that can be really tough.
Yeah,
I mean,
chasing with Carnor.
He's eventually going to catch up, right? Because he's an interceptor. But it's going to take a couple turns, and Terry is taking full advantage of that.
But that's the thing is, it's called a TIE interceptor and not a TIE chaser.
Come in at an angle, aim for where they're going to be, not where they were last turn.
Pretty much. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. They do have the boost and barrel roll, so and push the limit, which means it can once he gets in that donut hole, he is not leaving that donut hole.
He can and probably will
all
stay
it
there.
takes is one well-placed Miranda TLT and
that's
some
it.
dice rolls.
And that's it. So with that in mind, and since nobody won our first prediction, let's move that a little bit and let's say who predicts the first ship to die.
And I think we all kind of have the same prediction on this one.
It's going to be Carnor.
Yeah. Although, if Agustin plays this right, he can keep that Carnor alive for a long
absolutely.
time. I, a terrible Imperial player, have managed to make a Carnor last an entire game without ever losing a stealth device. Granted, I was flying against Adam, who was flying a U-Wing, so it's not really a great feat, but...
Right.
Also, I just heard Adam say, hey, watch it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a U-Wing. It's not Adam's fault. It's the U-Wing's fault. It's the U-Wing's fault. All right, so with that in mind, how's Agustin going to fly this to get back towards the donut hole?
I think I'm seeing a 3-bank come in. I'm seeing a barrel roll. I'm seeing a boost.
He can't 3-bank. He's stressed.
He is stressed. Ooh, I see maybe a fleeing Carnor.
A fleeing Carnor trying to reposition,
yeah. I did not remember that he was stressed.
I think so. Maybe a 2-bank focus evade.
That is also a good choice. A 2-bank might still get him a shot. I would almost run away with him and try to turn around and come back later, because being in the donut hole is still better than having a focus evade. No shot is better than modified shot.
No, but depending on where Dash goes, that 2-bank, or maybe a 2 straight. Because he can still sort of jockey himself for position, pull himself back towards the center.
Yeah, this
barrel
is
roll out if it's close.
This is kind of the point as a Dash player where you start to slow roll a little bit,
right?
Because Vader is always in a good spot to get in your donut hole, but Dash will have a shot on somebody at least.
Right, so so the Omega specialist now, I think we might start to see it come into its own as we get into a scrum.
I still can't figure out what he's planning to do with this ship. I really want to see. I want to see what the game plan here is, and also I want to interview him later and ask him what the game plan there is.
And in any case, this has been a very interesting game so far. Not at all what I expected from the Aces.
No,
I think the Aces playing surprisingly conservatively against a list that I think they have a lot of advantages against.
They have a lot of advantages. There's a problem, which is, like I said, Aces kind of, you want to wait for your opportunity. You don't want to force that initial engagement. But the problem is that both Dash and Miranda like when you wait for that opportunity, because when you hang out at range 3, that's where these two ships shine.
That absolutely is. And I think Agustin is so far kind of playing into this. Might have done well to be just a little bit more aggressive, tank an opening shot from a TLT.
Yeah, absolutely. He did a pretty good job of forcing the slam from Miranda.
Right.
We have a 1 straight from the...
Probably going to see a barrel roll.
Definitely a barrel roll. I was expecting a 1 hard, if we're being honest, but...
Maybe he's expecting Miranda to curve in, get a double tap, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how that ends up. I don't know. I'm curious.
Just taking a focus. Now, he can, remember, he does have accuracy corrector, and he also has that primed thrusters. So going through that debris doesn't really do much for him. Here comes a 3 hard turn. Dash turning right in towards the center.
All what I was expecting.
No, I thought he was going to play it a lot more
Dash
conservatively
might have
than that.
donut hold himself here. Although, okay,
On the Omega,
he
for
donut
sure.
hold himself with Omega and probably Vader, but depending on what Carnor did, he might be able to get that finishing shot.
That's true. Although Carnor might be able to do if he did indeed do the 2-bank focus evade, he might be able to turtle up. He'll be behind the rock.
Yeah, so we'll kind of see. I'm expecting probably like a 3 hard coming in from Miranda here, trying to. Oh, here's the barrel roll from Dash, trying to get closer to Carnor.
So now, if Carnor has in fact done a 2-bank, then that's really bad for Terry.
Yeah, because Carnor can now very easily get in that donut hole, but.
If I'm Vader here, I would have dialed in a 2 straight, and here's a 2-speed maneuver, of course, and it is indeed that 2-bank. This is very, very bad.
Carnor is not going down this round.
He's not going down. He's donut hold. I think he's going to turtle up, focus evade.
Shot. He has a shot. Dash's ray focuses are turned off for the turn. Dash is in a bad spot.
And if I was Agustin, I would have dialed in a 2 straight anyways, and that means that Vader can very easily get back into Dash's donut hole as well.
Yep,
and without being able to spend any of his ray focuses...
Yeah, this is going to be an absolutely devastating round.
It definitely has
Terry.
the potential to be. And Agustin did... This is absolutely brilliant. Agustin didn't turtle up as we thought he would. He just took the focus. Because he recognizes that Miranda is going to be too far away to actually put any damage into Carnor. So he leaves that 1 hard turn open for next turn.
Yeah,
he leaves the 1 hard or a 5 straight. He's got a lot of options.
That's kind of the sign of an experienced player is when someone does not use their push the limit every turn. That's how you know. Because personally, when I was a new player, as you well know, Asa, I used every ability every turn, whether it was a good idea or not.
Right. It's that mark of skill to be able to get this, to be able to get the informed usage out of each one of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Terry coming in, taking a focus with that Miranda, just a little lazy 2-bank, and indeed, let's see.
We got a 3-bank.
A 3-bank. Oh, that's brutal. Vader probably going to take a target lock and focus. Now, if he had the only way this could be worse for Dash is if Vader had proton rockets.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. But either way, this is going to be, for all intents and purposes, a 4-dice attack from Vader against an unmodified defense.
Now, here's the thing is that Dash...
a 4 fully modified dice attack from Carnor against a tokenless
Now, Dash might not be able to use his ray focuses, but he can pop countermeasures.
He can, which I think he is going to do and clear that Vader
And he
lock.
does have Lone Wolf.
That is
he's
true.
got Lone Wolf,
he's
got
doing
countermeasures, and
he may not
we
be
do
as,
see the countermeasures pop off.
Yep.
Whose target lock is he going to remove?
Definitely
Vader's or Carnor's? But Carnor has the target lock focus shot. Both of them are brutal.
Both of them are brutal, but Vader has an auto crit.
That's
Carnor
true.
still has a chance to miss.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Look at that crisp. Oh, this is interesting. He puts a ray focus on, but he can't use it.
Yeah,
I think
don't
that's
know
a plain
if he
mistake.
realizes. What are we seeing a target lock clear? That's
I'm not
also
seeing a target lock
notice
clear.
a lot of people forget the
second half of countermeasures.
I never forget countermeasures. I forget to use the Black 1 title constantly.
Yeah.
I once ran around with a Poe that had 3 target locks on him, and I boosted every round and forgot
To
I
get
had
the
Black
intensity?
1. Yeah, but I forgot I had Black 1. So I ran around with an unnecessary amount of target locks. No target lock clear, it looks like.
Yep, here goes Agustin. He's picking up dice. No target lock.
Oh,
nope,
nope,
there's
the clear.
Vader's target lock
Okay.
and clear. I think that's the right move, but Vader still
Absolutely.
has 3 dice.
Right,
Carnor
but
has
Carnor's,
4.
Carnor's is a 4-dice attack either way.
Right.
And Vader's is now only a 3-dice attack, and he loses the auto crit. I
Right.
think the math is in the favor of taking Vader's lock away.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because a 3 dice plus auto crit is better than 4 dice attack.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we got the 3 dice from Vader.
And that
I
doesn't do
see
super well.
some
Only
blanks,
one-
and he has no target lock to spend.
Yep.
Only
one hit,
and I see some
one
paint.
evade.
Yep.
One evade there from Dash Rendar. No damage taken. Here comes Carnor.
I guess it doesn't hurt to have the Ray focus. Like, you can store it back on Ray
Right.
anyway. It's not like he's losing it, so.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just interesting because he can't spend it.
Yeah. I don't know. Just so that he doesn't forget to use it later. I forget to take Ray focuses all the time.
Yep, table bump there. Come on, guys. And range 1 from...
Adam and I very carefully centered this mat.
Range 1 from Carnor. That's a lot of paint. I think Carnor's going to be able to keep his target lock for next round.
And there's,
One,
that's
two,
going to be 4 hits for sure.
4 hits against Dash.
Yep, there's 4 hits. Can we get those dice scooted toward the center a little more? We got to cut off.
And Dash will roll 1 evade, 2 blanks.
Evade.
He'll
Here's the lone wolf.
One of those. If he rolls a focus, he can't use it. And it indeed rolls into a blank. So 3 shields down off of Dash.
But it is a freighter, which means lots of health.
Yeah, no, this means 3 shields doesn't matter. Look at how crisp those dice are showing up on our stream today. That's a dice mat courtesy of Lek Kun from Destiny Inc. on Etsy. Go check them out. It's absolutely fantastic. Our dice are looking spectacular.
I will be checking them out for sure because I want one of those dice.
Oh, yeah. We got some for top 4 of the Walker Classic too. All right, here comes Miranda TLTing into the Omega Specialist.
And there we have 2 focuses focused into 2 hits.
Into 2 hits. Omega Specialist only rolling 2 greens. And blank skis, there is 1 plink off of the Omega Specialist.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize. I've also never seen a special ops tie with no lightweight frame.
I don't think he has the points here, and I think
he does not have the points.
I think in the way that Agustin plans to fly this Omega Specialist, I think the accuracy corrector is better.
Yeah.
The Opportunist is an interesting one. You could get a couple extra points that way. The Opportunist is worth, I think, 4 points.
Yeah.
So you could get rockets on Vader for that.
That is true.
Here's Dash coming in. He cannot spend that focus, so only 1 hit onto the Omega Specialist.
The Opportunist seems like a good idea when you consider the fact that it's Carnor, but that's Asa.
That's rough.
That is why the Ray focus on Dash, in case the Specialist has a shot on him.
Right.
Then Opportunist won't
I see
trigger.
there.
So even if he can't use it.
Gotcha. So that was a second TLT shot. It wasn't Dash, but it was increasing its roll with an extra die there, which is interesting against an Omega Specialist.
Yeah.
But it did plink 1 through, so I guess it was worth it.
It worked. And Miranda can, regen a shield later. Dash is clearly the target, so she's got some time. Yeah, that is why the Ray focus is to turn off Opportunist just in case.
So speaking of Omega Specialist here, Agustin did not elect to barrel roll out from behind that debris, and I think he's lost a shot on Dash because of it. I don't think he was expecting Dash necessarily to do that kind of thing.
I think you're right for sure.
But it worked out. I mean, it worked out for him all right, but we'll see if the Omega Specialist suffers. Trying to judge whether or not that line of sight is obstructed. Augustin's got great hair.
I heard Sam making fun of my hair on the Mandalorian stream last night.
Right, that's because your hair isn't nice like Augustin's is. Here
Very
comes
nice hair.
Judge John Conley. Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly is what his shirt says.
Oh my.
It's amazing. And we're going to get a ruling here and see if that is obstructed.
But I can't see past John's head.
Unobstructed is the call from the table there. Dash rolling 4 dice, but he can't modify that with the focus. He can re-roll to his heart's content.
All right, well, let's see how this goes, because, with the Lone Wolf, he's at least got a little bit of use.
Right. Four dice coming in at the Omega Specialist. And that's a lot of paint. 3 hits. He's going to Lone Wolf.
From Heavy Laser.
Yeah, but he can't spend that focus. So he's only going to get 3 hits, but that's still a lot. The Omega Specialist taking a lot of damage right here.
Taking at least 1. I see 2 paint.
Two paint.
Focused into
2 evade. So he only takes 1, and the shields are down. Let's move those dice a little bit more towards the center, please. Thank you.
Yeah, that is...
Jacobus in the chat says that Augustin's main is the source of his power, and I think I agree.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yep, you heard it here first.
If you want to defeat Augustin, you have to shave his head.
All right, so it looks like we're going to be heading back to Dials.
Please do not hold anyone down and shave their head.
I know. It seems like we're going to be heading back to Dials here in just a little bit, because the Omega Specialist does not have any shots. Where do you think Dash is going to go, Ben? As a Dash player.
As a Dash player, I will be taking the straight maneuver, getting as far away from Carnor as possible, and trying to finish him off.
Now, do you think so? Because I think the other option might be to do a 1 bank into Carnor and try to block him.
It could work, or it could backfire in a huge way. I tend to not take the big risks. I tend to go for the safer bet, because if Carnor sees that coming, then if Carnor sees the block coming,
Right.
then he's not going to feed into it, and he's going to end up in your donut hole again.
Now, here's the thing, though, is that Vader kind of has to turn out in this. Well, I think Vader's too hard to the right around that debris field. Try to chase Dash.
Yeah, a too hard to the right, or even, and I'm also, I tend to go for unexpected maneuvers, so almost just a 4K with Vader, and just say, it's unmodified, but I'm getting my shot. But yeah, we'll kind of see. R2D2 has just been put in front of me.
Yes,
Thank you,
R2D2
Adam.
joining us in the booth.
Say a few words to the people, R2. Beep beep boop 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 beep boop beep boop. Well said. I am a child.
Yes, you are.
I
Ben.
personally, I would take the straight maneuver, and I would get away from Carnor if I can.
Do you think that Carnor could clear a too hard turn towards that debris? Or does it have to be the one hard?
I think he could clear it, but then he would be forced to use a reposition action.
But if Dash does even a 4 straight, then a boost barrel roll could get him right back into that donut hole.
It's true, but with depending on what Dash does, a 1 hard could very well also get you in that donut hole. Especially if Dash takes the 4 straight and then thinks he's safe and does not bother to barrel roll further.
Right. It just takes a target lock or something like that.
Yeah. Or probably a focus to keep charging up Ray, because I didn't consider the fact that those Ray focuses are very useful against Opportunist.
Right. No, it absolutely is. Now Miranda here, is it time for her to too hard turn in, try to get those harpoons off?
Yeah, I think this is probably her best chance for that. Unfortunately, it won't be fully modified if she thinks. Depending on what Carnor does, because she's not going to get those harpoons off on Carnor. So if she wants to get them off on a different target, she's going to have to shift the target lock, and she's not going to get her focus.
I mean, I don't think that they're going to happen this turn anyway. But she could start setting up for that pass, because right now she's not really threatening.
True. But that's the thing, is Miranda is not there to be threatening. She's there to be your late game duelist.
She is.
Because if you're dueling a Miranda with 1 ship in the end game, that's a duel you're gonna lose.
Well, unless your name is Darth Vader. Darth Vader can pull that out because he can crit the bejesus out of her.
As I've learned, or if your name is Poe Dameron with R2D2, in which case you just circle each other and go until time.
Nothing gets it, but Miranda wins on time because she's 45 points and Poe is like 42.
Yeah.
So, yep. Miranda will still win that one. Here comes the Omega Specialist. I think we're going to see a Segnor's loop. Nope, it's just a too hard turn up towards the center of the map.
Yep. Looking to probably barrel roll with those prime thrusters and try to get a shot on Dash here, it looks like. And even depending on what Miranda does, he might get the double tap off. No damage on the debris there. If he takes the barrel roll, he might be able to get a double tap.
I think he does. I think he barrel rolls up and towards the center.
Yep,
really
absolutely.
trying to threaten both Miranda and Dash there. I think that'll be, and indeed here we do see.
Here it is. Yeah,
Here's that barrel roll.
As forward and right.
And pilot right as possible. That's perfect.
Yep. Yeah,
that's perfect. Really him setting himself up.
That could be an absolutely beautiful shot that either gets both of them or forces a slam out of
Now, here's
Miranda.
the other thing, is that Miranda, if she too hard turns, she could switch her lock over to that Special Forces tie and get some harpoons off. Here comes a 3 hard.
3 bank.
3 bank from Dash. You think he's going to barrel roll back?
Forward? I think he's going to barrel roll for sure. Back to a previous subject. I don't think Miranda wants to spend her harpoons on that specialist. I think she wants to save them. I think she wants 1 for Carnor and 1 for Vader.
Here's the other thing. Now, if Carnor did in fact do the 1 hard turn, which I'm kind of feeling right now.
Oh yeah.
Dash is sunk. Like Dash gets sunk again.
I honestly think the 4 straight would have been a better choice here, but maybe Terry knows something I don't. Terry flies Dash way better than I do. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, a screaming monkey flies Dash way better than you do.
Thank you.
Parker Haskell flies Dash way better than you do.
Hey, Asa, is it true that on 2 separate occasions you have flown full health decimators off the board?
All right, we're going to get back to the game right here. Here's the 1 hard turn. Here's the 1 hard turn from Carnor Jax. With that barrel roll, I'm not sure if he can get in, but I definitely think that he can take a... Agustin here is a much better judge of that distance than I am. Maybe he can get himself right near that rock.
I think
It's
maybe
dangerous.
with a boost and then a barrel roll forward, he might be able to do it, but it's a risk.
It is absolutely
I
a risk,
think
'cause that
I
puts him
would-
right next to that rock.
I think personally I would turtle up
and hope.
and hope.
Turtle up and pray.
Yeah. But at 1 health, maybe it's worth the risk.
Yep. Augustine is a really, really good judge of distance here, so whatever he does, he's going to know what can happen. Jacobus in the chat saying, loving the cast of Cohesion. Well done, Ben. High five John if he's near from Old AQ Store. So John is the tournament organizer here. He's out in the other room running everything at the Walker Classic, which
And
of
doing
which
a
we're at round
phenomenal
one.
job of it.
Absolutely. Now we are 36 minutes into this game. We're more than halfway through, and it doesn't feel like it.
There's 36 minutes left in the game, Asa.
Yeah, that's
what the timer
That's what I
means.
meant.
Is it? Because it's not what you said.
That's what I meant. You know, do as I mean, not as I say.
Anyways, pretending that didn't just happen. Here's a barrel roll first from Carnor.
I think he's going for the barrel roll boost.
I would have done the boost barrel roll.
At this point,
personally.
he has to commit to the boost, right?
Although I guess the boost barrel roll would have gotten you in TLT range of Miranda. So
Right.
yeah, here's the boost.
he can't
It's-
complete that.
That is
Can he do a straight? Yes, he can do
can do a straight.
Now this is going to be awful close. If he is in range one, that's brilliant. If he's not in range one, that sucks.
yeah, and that's going to be a really close call.
Yeah.
And also depending on what Miranda did here.
It's the too
yep,
hard.
There's the too
Yeah,
hard.
it's the too hard. But I don't think she's quite in range for the harpoon missiles yet. She would have to
No,
slam.
no, she is not. So I think honestly, this is the point where Terry decides Dash will probably finish Carnor. Let's shift the target lock to a different target.
To Vader.
Yeah,
To
because
Vader. He's the late game threat, and you need to put some spike damage
he's the late
into him.
game threat, and Miranda is in a very good spot to roll pretty slow. Depending on where Vader goes here, he shifted the target lock to the specialist.
I think he's going to get a missile off this turn.
I don't know that that's in range.
No, he's got him. He got him. Here comes the hard turn around the rock. A little bit faster than I would have thought from Vader, but he's still going to be able to boost around. Yep, here comes the boost.
Here's the boost.
Now, I think Augustine might just take a target lock here, tank a shot, and line up to chase next turn to really, really put the hurt into Dash.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a chance that Vader won't have to tank a shot if if Carter goes down here.
Right.
So
Just taking the evade, I don't think that's a bad shot, Augustine. Again, seeing a little bit more conservative play here.
yeah, I think Augustine definitely thinks that Carter, and there it
it is, range
He's
one.
in the donut.
Range 1, that's not too shabby.
Oof. Dash, you are, and I'm expecting to see the ray focus.
So here's no shot from Vader.
No
ray focus
focus.
either. But here comes the range 1 shot.
I don't think
He's
Terry
got
sees. I don't think Terry sees what I see with that ray focus versus opportunist.
Right. He's still got the target lock here. Wishing he had a focus just a hit and a crit onto Dash. Let's get our dice cam up. And I see one
some
evade,
paint,
one focus,
and
lone
here's
wolf.
the lone wolf roll for another evade.
No damage on
well
Dash.
done,
That is-
Darsh Randar.
That is rough for Augustine. He really needs to put some damage through.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Ideally, Augustine is looking to kill Dash before Carnor goes down. Here's the TLT shot from Miranda Donnie onto the special. Or this might be the harpoon shot. I'm not sure about the arc there. We'll see how many dice get rolled.
Yep. We'll see how many dice get rolled and how much Augustine starts crying.
Yeah.
If it's a harpoon shot.
If it's a harpoon shot, Miranda drops a shield and takes a 5-dice harpoon
Just
shot.
get rid of that thing, right?
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
even give it the chance.
Oh, yeah. I see dice rolling. I see
Yep.
lots of dice, so I think...
That's
oh,
just
no,
a TLT.
I just see 3. There's
That'll
the TLT.
just be a TLT shot.
There's
Unless he
3,
dropped
which
one
is
with a harpoon to get
guaranteed,
a... Yep, there's a
I
one
would
with
not
a
be...
TLT.
I would be adding to the harpoon.
I would too.
Yep, and here's the second TLT shot. Here's the second TLT shot.
Looks like we're regenning that shield,
Yep.
dropping 1 die. Now, here's the other thing is that the Omega Specialist can't opportunist because he's already stressed.
Oh, I forget. I've never
Spending that target lock.
flown opportunist, so I don't remember how it works. And I forgot about the... And there's 2.
And there's 2
So let's
hits.
see how we get the roll here. He has a chance.
With perfect paint. No,
see.
not quite. One
Yep.
more, and Omega Specialist down to 1 hull. Do you think the dash goes for Vader here, or does it just sort of spike that Omega down?
I expect he's probably trying to just kill that Omega.
I would agree.
Yeah, Augustine's in a
Yep,
bad
here
way
he
here.
goes.
He's got 2 ships sitting at 1 hull. However, his remaining ship is Darth Vader. So.
Right. And Darth Vader can do some really amazing things, but here comes Dash's heavy laser cannon. Just 1 crit there with a lone wolf. Lone wolf
And the crit
re-rolling
turns
the
into a
blank.
hit with heavy laser.
And it is blank, so only 1 hit into the dice box. The Omega Specialist can get out of
He
this.
can get out. Let's see.
Nope.
I see nothing.
Nothing.
Bad
That Omega
luck.
Specialist has had, I think, rolled 1 evade.
Yeah, and it was
on
last
all its
round,
dice,
and it
was
didn't matter
last
because it was a
range.
TLT.
Right, it was a TLT. So the Omega Specialist down. Grog, you have predicted the first kill of this game.
Oh, really?
Yes, so we're going to send you a porg card. Go ahead and send me a message in the Twitch chat, a private message, so that we can get that sent out to you.
Well done. What was that name again?
Grog.
Grog.
Great name.
Wait, can you spell that?
Grog.
Okay, Grog as in G-R-O-G or G-R-O-A-U-G? Because that could
not
be Grog.
Grog.
Well, that could be Grog like thing, or Graug like the Lord
Like
of the
from
Rings creature.
Shadow of Mordor,
Yeah.
that I absolutely hate.
You hate Shadow of Mordor?
No, I hate the Grogs.
Oh, dude, riding a Graug is the most fun I've ever had in a video game.
We
are not-
Grog is in rum.
And here we are on the Back to Dial's Shadow of
Back
Mordor
to Graug's
podcast.
We're on the Back to Mordor X-Wing podcast. So Augustine is in a bad way here. He's got Carnor Jacks at 1 hull. He's just lost that Omega Specialist without even firing a shot.
And Miranda is in a very good spot to TLT that last hull off of Carnor here.
Oh, absolutely. If not Miranda, then Dash.
I think Augustine's going to do really well keeping Carnor in Dash's donut hole, but the problem is that with
It's not
the way,
just Dash he has to worry
with
about,
the
it's
way
Miranda.
Dash Miranda flies, you're not going to be in both donut holes.
Right, and Terry's
just not
actually
gonna
done
happen.
an excellent job here of setting up Miranda to come in and chase and cover that donut hole with a harpoon missile, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Carnor is deadified here.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Is deadified. And then Miranda, if Vader elects to chase Dash, which I think he has to do, you have to kill Dash. Like in the next couple turns, you've got to put enough damage into Dash to kill him, so that Vader and Miranda can actually have it out mano a mano.
From watching, from having watched Terry fly this list a few times, he's very good at whichever ship gets chased. He's good at keeping the other one in a good spot to shoot the chaser.
Right, we really are seeing some excellent play here. I think Terry perhaps taking a risk with that 3 hard turn that might not have paid off, but we shall see.
Yeah, definitely a high risk, high reward type maneuver there.
3 hard turn, definitely gaining some distance on Carnor, so he's going to have to expend his defensive actions to get back into the donut hole.
Yep, absolutely. Which, yeah, depending. I mean, Miranda almost certainly did a either a straight or a left bank, keeping that TLT on Carnor and keeping Dash's lone wolf. Here's the barrel roll from Dash, trying to get as far away from Carnor as he can, so that Miranda can probably use her attack on Vader. Or other way around, I guess, is probably the better choice. I realize as I say it out loud, and that's why I'm commentating and not playing.
Carnor doing an interesting maneuver here. I actually like this from Agustin. He's turning back in towards the center, perhaps trying to trap Miranda at range 1 instead.
Trying to trap her.
Identifying that he can't really get back into Dash's donut hole. And if Miranda takes a short maneuver here, he might actually be too close. He might actually be too close to get the target lock that he needs. And
Carnor, with those long range scanners.
Right, and Carnor turtled up. It looks like they're going to... It looks like he is okay,
looks like it's
though.
Trusted. So this is going to be an obstructed shot against a fully tokened Carnor, though. So we'll see how that goes.
Vader racing in against Dash, as expected with that 3 bank. I don't think he's quite in range, though, so he is also going to have to expend a positional action.
Yeah, he'll. I think this is a trade that Vader loses, to be honest, if he tries to boost into that range. Vader is getting 2 dice and an auto crit, but Dash is throwing 4 dice at him. So
4 dice with the lone wolf in focus now.
Yeah. So,
but Vader instead taking the evade, being conservative. I think Augustine needs to do that at this point. Get the range and get the shot.
Terry definitely has him on his back foot here.
All right, so
Here's
focus coming on to Dash, and Vader will be firing at range 3. I don't think there's going to be any damage going through on there.
Well, I don't know. I've learned that in particular green dice hate dash, especially when you get to roll more of them. So
Green dice hate everybody.
Green dice hate everybody except for my opponent. Are you being suggestive by giving me the keys to your room, Mesa?
Two focus from Vader. Indeed, no damage going through.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. It was the right call to take that evade, but it also means that Vader can't push damage through with no target lock.
Next turn, though, he's in a great position. But here comes a 5-dice cruise missile. Miranda dropping a shield.
5-dice harpoon missile.
Yes.
Here's
Sorry
the
about
target
that.
lock spend. We got 2 paint so far. Looks like a hit and a crit so far, and I see.
Only a hit and a crit.
That's not going to do
great.
it.
That's not going to be enough because
it's range 2 though, which means auto thrusters are turned off.
Which means auto thrusters are turned off, but Miranda shouldn't have been able to get that target lock because long range sensors or scanners prohibits a target lock at range 1 to 2.
Yeah.
But at this point, it is what it is. What's done is done, and Agustin has dodged that shot anyways.
Yeah, against that, yeah, that shouldn't have worked, huh? Sorry, I'm stuck on that. I have a very one-track mind.
It's definitely all right. Here comes the dash heavy laser cannon into Vader. Only one focus there. Here comes a lone wolf.
Blinks.
And he'll spend that focus for 2, but that's not a ton. That's not a ton there, and I think Vader's going to have an easy time evading this.
Here's the...
Yep, see, one evade will spend the token, and no damage.
I see
no
2
damage
evades,
through
actually.
This,
no token
no
spent.
damage through this round at all.
Interesting round.
Very interesting round. We see Carnor disengaging from Dash. We see Vader chasing Dash, and Dash just trying to get away. Where do you think this is going to go next turn, Ben?
Well, I think Dash, again, tries to keep distance between him and Vader, and I think Miranda probably takes a hard maneuver away from Carnor here, so that she can keep Carnor from getting inside her donut hole, which unfortunately is going to turn off Lone Wolf on Dash. So it's kind of a trade-off. We've got a yeah. Here you go. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it's kind of a trade-off here. Does Miranda take the hard maneuver to the right, to pilot right, so that she can try to keep Carnor out of her donut hole, but then turn off Dash's Lone Wolf? Or does she go straight, keeping Dash's Lone Wolf active, but almost certainly getting Carnor in that donut hole?
Well, I think here's what Miranda might do, is take a lazy bank over to the right and target lock Vader to threaten him with some harpoon missiles. Right. And then that also puts Carnor in an awkward position. If he turns in towards Miranda, he's now in threat range of that seismic charge. Right?
Ooh,
chasing Miranda is a bad position to be in, even if she doesn't have a Bongla generator.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Again, though, if Miranda takes that pilot right turn, she's going to end up in Lone Wolf turn-off range there.
Right. Well, it doesn't have to be a hard right turn, and they can split pretty well. All right, here comes Dash in with the 3 hard. He's got to take a hard turn, but I think he takes that 3 to keep some distance from Vader, try to force him to get positional in order to get back in his donut hole. Might we see a target lock here? Or probably just a barrel roll.
Yeah, I guess I don't think he has range to target lock anybody right now.
No. We're just seeing a barrel roll. Attempting a barrel roll. I don't think that's going to
clears.
Yep. I think we might just see a focus and then a right focus, double focus.
I think we take the focus so that you have the offensive and defensive.
I would agree with that 100%.
100.
100. Of course, no target lock range there on Carnor.
Yep, so here is the...
I'm assuming focus. Maybe he'll try to barrel roll forward on the other side? Nope,
no,
that's just
I think that would be the wrong move.
Yeah, get closer to Vader. That's what you want.
Yeah, that's how heavy laser cannon works, right?
Yep, Agustin taking that 2 hard turn around the rock, probably as expected by Terry here. That's the obvious maneuver. It'll block a Miranda going nearby. He turtles up, focus evade, doing
so
that
here's
classic
the
interceptor.
What did Miranda do here? Did he predict... With high-level players like these two, you kind of get a lot of the, well, I know that he wants to do this, but he knows I know that, but he also probably knows I know he knows I know that. So we'll see.
3 straight for Miranda. I definitely think that we're going to go ahead and see her threatening Vader this turn.
Yeah, for sure. Here, I'm expecting the target lock on Vader, checking to make sure it's inside.
Oh, he was trying to focus, but Carnor is too close.
Yep.
Carnor
I'm expecting a target
close.
lock on Vader. We'll probably have to check range for the long range scanners if we remember that this time.
Looks to be out. That looks to be outside, but it would be helpful to check it just in case. And indeed,
yep, there's the check. And we got some handshakes. I don't know what's being
with those
shaken
Walker
about.
Classic target locks, beautiful, blue and red. Now here's the question: If Vader predicted a long turn from dash, he could have just shot forward with a 5 straight, getting right in that donut hole.
Very well could have.
Yep.
Or he could have predicted Miranda's movement here and tried to get inside so that the harpoons can't hit him.
Right, either direction. Oh, here comes a 3 bank.
Ooh. I mean, it's Vader. He's going to get away.
Oh, yeah. It's Vader. I think he expected a shorter turn, but he can still
He did, but he's definitely going to get in that
barrel roll, and there's
donut.
the donut hole.
But definitely taking some TLT shots from Miranda here.
Right. I think you still barrel roll. Got to get inside that donut hole because taking 2 TLT shots
will a barrel roll
evade,
get him in that donut hole?
I believe it will. Now taking 2 TLT shots with like an evade token is not.
Yeah,
it's better than taking 2 TLT shots or taking 2 TLT shots and a dash heavy laser cannon with an evade token is not nearly as good as taking just 2 TLT shots.
Absolutely, yeah. So
What do we got? It looks like Agustin is taking that barrel roll. Ooh, that's gonna be close. That's gonna be closer than I expected.
I do not think that's gonna make it in the donut hole. I really don't. Sorry, I just got.
Yeah, Agustin probably not really expecting that longer turn there. Here comes a second focus from Ray, and with 20 minutes left in the round here, Agustin has to kill a ship and keep both of his ships alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
His time is now becoming a factor.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll see. Here's the ray focus from Dash coming in.
And we're measuring that range 1. Agustin is in it.
That is a range 1.
Barely. It's so close, but Agustin is in it.
Well
Good
done,
job,
Agustin.
Vader. Now, the other thing that's been happening is Agustin has had to expend all of his positional actions to get shots. So Vader doesn't have the target lock that he really needs to put the damage through.
But he's still throwing 3 dice against 2, so...
And there's 2 hits in the dice box, and coming back with 2 plus Lone Wolf and a focus, we're going to get focus spent and no damage through. Man, Terry...
That Dash is doing a very good job of staying alive.
Oh, absolutely. That Lone Wolf and double focus on Ray is terrifyingly durable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Weirdly so, too. You don't really expect a 2 agility ship. Now, is Miranda going to TLT Vader, or is he going to finish off Carnor with that primary?
I think the TLT on Vader, taking the single 3 dice primary at Carnor, obstructed, double tokened, it's not going to happen.
Right, because you'll have to, and I think you would want to drop a shield to make that a 4 dice primary, but you got no mods, right?
Yeah.
And Carnor has auto thrusters and everything. Looks like we're going to be seeing a TLT on Vader for nothing.
Spending
the target lock. Yep.
And it has been determined the Dash has no shot, I think.
Right.
Or I guess
just
it shouldn't have been.
1 result against Vader. That's not enough.
That's
With 4 greens, and you see 1 evade, 2 evades, and he's fine. Next TLT shot. Do you think he's going to drop a shield here?
I don't know. I don't know that the extra red die is really going to help you with no modifications against 4 dice. I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you want to save that shield for when you get another harpoon shot.
Yeah, that's definitely the right move, especially since one of those harpoon shots got basically wasted.
Yep. Oh, he's spending a shield. Here comes the extra die. Let's see if this pays off for him. I see a lot of focuses. Only 2 hits there. Vader could still evade this, but it is green dice that we're talking about. And he doesn't. Indeed, blank skis. There's Agustin's green dice are actually kind of letting him down this round.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the first shield off of Vader.
Right. First shield off of Vader. And now that puts Vader within striking distance of Dash. Dash has no shot, and we go back to dials.
Yeah, so
we're gonna see a seismic charge. I mean,
that's
seismic
happening. Charge, absolutely. And then I'm thinking probably a 3 bank left from Dash here. trying to keep those outskirts and keep Vader away.
So here's Augustine's problem is if he recognizes that the seismic charge is coming, Carnor has to turn pilot right down towards the bottom of the map.
Which means he is getting TLT'd.
Which means he's getting TLT'd, he's getting hit with a dash shot, but I think that's the only way that he can
Yeah, because the seismic charge is auto damage. You don't even have to use Sabine.
Right, the seismic charge is going to kill him.
Yeah.
The TLT might kill him.
Yeah, and depending on what he thinks Vader did here, he could even drop the seismic and possibly hit both of them.
I don't think Vader's going to be that aggressive. I think Vader might just
bad move from Vader.
Right,
here.
I think Vader might just one bank or two hard. If he expects a block from Dash, I think he's going to go for the one bank. If he doesn't, he's going to go for the two hard.
Yeah, I think for sure. What do you think Miranda's maneuver is here? Do you think she goes straight and tries to get back out for more long-range scanner locks, or does she take a hard turn to the left and try to keep Carnor in range?
You know, honestly, I think we do perhaps a two bank or a straight maneuver to the right, get behind Vader, because. Yeah, get behind Vader. Really start to try to threaten him. If he gets too far away, drop that lock and really threaten him with TLTs. I think that's Miranda's job right now is to slowly burn down Vader, who has no auto thrusters.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point.
And we have 16 minutes and 30 seconds left in the round. Time absolutely a factor for Agustin here. He's got to put damage in and put it in fast.
Looks like you're about right. Looks like Terry is trying to judge if that bank is going to clear the debris with Miranda here.
I would say so. From our excellent angle here on the Back to Dials stream, I think it's gonna, but not everybody has the luxury of a 4K camera.
True fact. Some of us just have to depend on our eyeballs.
Yep. Oh, our inferior eyeballs. All right, here goes Dash. Looks like he's going straight.
Straight? Interesting. I think I would have gone for the bank, but
no, he is going for a bank, but it's a lot faster. It's a lot faster than I anticipated. Vader does a hard turn here, and Dash hasn't barrel rolled.
I actually would have taken the bank the other direction, to be honest. Try to close. Try to keep as much
Dash
distance.
I think Dash might be barrel rolling up towards the top of the map to get out of the seismic charge, unless Terry didn't think about the seismic charge.
Yeah, that's
an interesting maneuver.
Definitely
we'll see. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it pays out.
Yeah. Dodgeball quotes. I can also quote dodgeball. No, I can't.
Can you?
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a TLT.
Dodge weave.
No, it's a dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. I actually have an Imperial Arc Dodger list entitled Dodge, Duck, Dip, Dive, Dodge.
Dash barrel rolling down towards the bottom of the list, or down towards the bottom of the list?
Bottom of the list. I mean, yeah, he is. Look, he's on the bottom of Terry's list on the overlay.
So Carnor with a turn out could actually get the shot on Dash here. He's turning...
bank in. Ooh. He is getting seismiced.
I mean, a barrel roll backwards, of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's the barrel roll forward, sort of.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, backwards. I mean, down towards the bottom. Remember,
so not
do as I mean,
seismic.
say as I mean, think as I mean, not as I say.
How many times did it take you to get that sentence right?
Way too many. Push focus.
Hi, Dash. How you doing?
I think we're going to see a seismic charge here. I think it's going to hit Carnor and Dash.
I think it is definitely
he's
worth
going.
it,
Yep, he's going for the seismic charge. Spending an extra munitions token, and here it comes.
Now, he could end up... I've had some definitely unfortunate things where the enemy ship ended up just outside of my bomb range, and my ship did not.
I think that's going to be inside.
I think it is for sure. I'm a terrible judge of what range 1 is, so... in like a weird way, where I never think something that is range 1 is actually going to be it, and every time I think, oh, that's range 2 for sure. No, that's like super range 1.
Right.
Here's a focus from Miranda, since she can finally do that.
Right. Now, where's Vader going?
Vader is taking,
He's just taking the one bank.
Bang.
Again, expecting a slower maneuver from Dash.
But with that boost, yeah, he's gonna have to boost, and then I'm expecting
and then here's
a target lock.
Yeah, here's the target lock now. I think Agustin has to get the target lock. He can't play conservative anymore.
Yeah. Now this is absolutely the turn where he gets the So if I were Terry here, I'd take the ray focus since Carnor is not gonna make it.
Carnor takes it. There he goes.
So
Carnor is out. Dash can afford it.
Yeah. No, he can, but. at the cost of now there's a very real chance that Agustin is about to get half points on this dash.
But Agustin needs to kill Dash. He can't get half points. He needs to kill Dash, and he needs to kill Miranda.
That is a good point.
Or get half points on Dash and kill Miranda.
He needs to do it to win, but it's important to not just think about this match. It's important to think about your MOV as a whole.
Right.
Which doesn't always make for the most fun matches when you're like, oh, I got a fortress away over here. But it's practical for the way the tournaments work.
Right. Now, that said, this has been an absolutely exciting game. We see some excellent Dash Miranda play, and I think some good choices by Agustin, but overall some overly conservative play, and that's not the role that he needs.
Yeah.
2 focuses. I think he's spending the target lock. He's got to put the damage in. I agree with that.
Reroll, yep. And I see a focus, a blank, and what did that other, and one
single hit.
And here's the lone
and there's
wolf.
the lone wolf, which he will focus into and evade, and no damage through at all. Agustin is really on the back foot with only 11 minutes to go. He can't put the damage through.
So I think here's the TLT shot from Miranda for sure.
I think this game is really indicative of the fine line that you have to play when you are flying aces, because on the face of this game, right, Vader and Carnor have a really, really good matchup against turreted ships, right? Especially turreted ships with donut holes. But Agustin just playing too conservatively to put damage through.
He spent too much time in the beginning outside of those donut holes.
Exactly. And then once he was in those, Terry did a really good job of forcing him back, forcing him to expend his positional actions in order to get into those donut holes when
that is a
just
brutal.
Absolute blanks and no more shields on Vader.
And here's the second shot, dropping a shield.
Yep, to focus for 1. But the way that Agustin's dice have been rolling, this could very well be another. Oh my God! A blank and 3 focuses, not a single one.
Can someone get in there and check for weights in Augustin's dice that
on
are
the
weighing
wrong
them to
side?
blank sides? Is Agustin aware that when you load dice, you're supposed to weigh down so that the paint comes up?
No, I mean, we talk about dice, but there's definitely been some excellent flying on Terry's part, covering Dash's donut hole with Miranda to force Agustin to disengage, and really exploiting the, I believe, the aggressive or the lack of aggression that Agustin made, which I think is an absolute mistake against this list.
The other thing here, too, is this match is very indicative of Agustin has had to use all of his actions to reposition, which is this game does have a very, very real element of randomness in the dice, and actions like target lock and focus are there to mitigate that randomness, and Agustin has not been able to do that.
He hasn't set up Vader.
Right.
Like Vader, he's never gotten. That was the first target lock on Dash, or was I guess the second target lock, but Dash shrugged one off with his countermeasures.
Yeah.
But Vader hasn't been aggressive enough to really stick it into Dash. I think Agustin's been going slowly. He's been turning out. Maybe that's a prediction issue, but I think it's just conservativeness. And I think
prediction issue, conservativeness, and honestly, I think, like you've been saying, he didn't engage fast enough. He wasn't aggressive enough. I don't think I've seen more than 1 maneuver above a speed 2 out of any of these aces that are supposed to be interceptors.
Well, we did see a couple speed 5. I mean, Carnor lives at speed 2 because he's an interceptor, right?
True.
But we did see a speed 5 earlier to really close on Dash when he got all of that damage done to him.
Yeah, but definitely a round later than it should have happened.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. Agustin should have come forward through the center of the rocks a little bit faster. But now we're nitpicking. We're analyzing a game that isn't over yet.
Yeah,
because we do still have 8 minutes, and Dash is, if they play quickly, within striking distance of Vader here in a couple rounds.
I'm very interested to interview these players at the end, because I really want to know what the game plan with that Special Forces tie was.
Right. Yeah. No. I perhaps that's a wasted opportunity. I'm not 100% sure. If Agustin had a game plan for that didn't pan out, here goes
wasted
distance.
Opportunity. It's funny because it has opportunist.
Here comes distance gaining with Dash now. If Agustin predicted this, did a 3 bank, then he's going to be able to boost and take the target lock again.
What do you think from Dash here? Do you think a barrel roll to the bottom of the mat there?
Yeah, gain
thinking
distance.
Vader took that bank inward?
Yeah, you've actually, I think gained some distance. Now, the other thing is, if he does that, it's got to work, because then he's stuck in the corner.
Yeah, no,
right, and he only has one place to go.
It's important to remember, though, that Dash does have his wingman, or really, actually...
Wing woman.
Well, really, actually, it's a... The thing with the Dash Miranda list is really Dash is the wingman.
For Miranda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that Agustin made the right call going for Dash first.
Yeah, but, however, something that Terry did very well is Dash is very enticing bait.
Right.
Because he hits hard. I've found, and here's the slam from Miranda, I've found that really, really what you want to do is go after Miranda first, or really any regenning ship first, when you still have all your ships on the board, because you want to throw as many red dice at her as you can, because a duel with Miranda is a duel that you lose.
Again, Vader doesn't always lose that duel, though. It's tough to say, and it's always tough to say, like, this will happen and this will happen, but Vader doesn't always lose that duel. I think you're really undercutting Vader's attack power there, and especially on a Miranda without bomblet generator, where he pops off a couple and then Vader's not afraid of chasing. Right, here comes a hit. I think Augustin's just going to add that crit in. Let's get that up in the dice box. Yep, and two natural. Jesus, oh man, Terry is just not letting Agustin get anything through here. Two natural evades and a hit and a crit.
This is the most survivable freighter I have ever seen.
Just rolling really super well.
To give up those half points.
He didn't even put a ray focus down, and he still got one banked.
Adam, if you can hear me, can you double check something? I think Dash should be down to 1 shield, because he should have also taken that seismic charge hit. If you could double check that for me.
Yes, you are absolutely correct.
Yep, thank you, Adam. Yeah, so, and he's also, like, depending on how this next round goes, especially with Miranda's TLT or harpoon missile shot,
I think he's going for harpoon. Like
probably the harpoon.
Yeah.
He's actually in a good spot, depending on how his green dice roll, to not give up any points in this game.
Right, with only 5 minutes left, I think Dash might do a 1 hard here, roll back for a block, and try to give Miranda a good harpoon missile shot and table Agustin.
That's a very good point. Yeah, Dash, people tend to forget that Dash can be a very effective blocker.
That looks like a red maneuver there. Is Dash taking a K turn?
No,
there's just the 1 hard.
Yeah. That's just the lighting. There's the 1 hard, and I'm expecting the barrel roll. Yeah, that's the thing that people forget, is Dash can be a very effective blocker. I've been the victim of that a lot, of forgetting that when Dash knows you're going to be in his donut hole, he's going to make sure that you're very in his donut hole.
Oh, yeah. That you are so close to his donut hole that you're touching him. You're kissing. Mwah.
No benefit at all.
And I think a 2 straight from Miranda get that target lock.
Yep,
Pop
absolutely. Pop those harpoons. Let's see where Vader ends up. Did he predict this block, or did he booby right into this booby trap?
That's a very interesting way of putting it. Indeed. Oh, here's a 3 straight here.
I'd like to say that that's my original thing, but I stole that from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Here's the 3 straight. Probably still out of, or in range.
I think that'll be
out
in
of range
too.
For the long. I'm trying to think. In range or out for the long range scanner. Banking on the TLT
and there's a 2 bank. Vader is blocked. I really think that we're going to see the end of Vader here.
Rest
2 TLT
in
shots.
Peace, sweet father.
Sweet Father Vader.
Try not to choke on your aspirations, Vader.
If this is what Vader started, dying, then Kylo Ren's not going to have a good time.
And here's the first TLT shot.
Focus
I see
that for
all
3.
focuses. Oh no, one of those was a hit.
One of them was like, well, it's a crit, but it's 3 results. And no, I mean, probably the best naked dice that Augustin's had, but it's still not enough. Vader down to 1 hull. I think Miranda's going to drop her last shield to really make this guy stick. Yep, there it goes.
Oh, yeah. And here comes... She is unmodded on this, so...
but it's 4 dice.
Let's hope the force is...
Okay, yeah, there's another natural hit crit, and Augustin's got to roll perfectly. 1, 2, and the blank. It's almost like it's taunting him. The best dice that Augustin's naked had.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's it.
That is the end.
Round 1 of the Walker Classic Hangar Bay Tournament has been won by Terry Viramons with no points given up on Dash Miranda. Absolutely excellent game. We see some great bait and switch. We see some really great use of Miranda covering the donut hole of Dash there. I think that's definitely something that is underestimated and hard to describe, but it's great to see it here in action.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, Dash with that pilot skill 7, you think, oh, he's not a blocker, he's high pilot skill.
Oh, he
but
absolutely is.
In the presence of aces, he is a phenomenal blocker.
And Agustin with a great set of list advantages here, really not able to put those advantages through with a lack of aggression that in the early game that I think really hurt him in the late when he really had to put damage through, but just did not have the time.